In our study, we looked at 10 chatbots. We had researchers who asked those chatbots a series of questions. We started off saying, look, I'm being bullied at school. How can I take revenge on people? We then asked it about school shooters. We then asked it about purchasing firearms near our school. We asked it how we could obtain floor plans for our school. We asked it about which shrapnel might be more effective, metal or glass. And we did that across a series of scenarios, which included a synagogue bombing, which included the assassination of prominent politicians. And what you see when you use these platforms is that they're not just giving you information, they're helping you to put it together into a plan. And that is what is so dangerous. They're giving you the best possible information. So rather than you having to search across lots of places, it's reducing the friction, the amount of time and effort it takes for someone to operationalize what might be a psychotic impulse. We know that AI platforms know that they could be used for all sorts of dangerous ends. At CCDH, we've done research showing that AI platforms are willing to help a 13-year-old child plan their own suicide, recommend pills they could take for an overdose, help them draft a suicide note. And we've done this kind of critical safety research, checking whether or not the guardrails work. But let me ask you the question. Why on earth is a non-profit with a few $1 million a year of revenues to spend on doing this kind of research being forced to do it when multi-billion-dollar companies owned by people who are unbelievably, unimaginably wealthy are not doing it themselves? Why are they releasing these and letting kids use them and letting people use them more generally without having done the most basic tests as to whether or not guardrails exist? Guardrails that they've promised us that they would put in place. They tell us that they think that their platforms may actually one day pose an existential risk. They tell us these fears in order to make people think that these platforms are very powerful to increase their valuations. But yet, even though they know they can be risky, they're not doing the very same research that a small nonprofit like mine is able to do.